Hello, everybody. This video is about Act 4, Scene 3 of Hamlet. Act 3 of Scene 4 brings Claudius and Hamlet into confrontation, although it is an extremely indirect kind of confrontation. Hamlet, full of mad prince energy, makes a series of remarks which are not quite cryptic enough to conceal the hostility of their tone, while Claudius, much less artfully, tries to pretend that he is acting in Hamlet's best interest while he's actually plotting to have Hamlet killed. The occasion for their conversation is the question of the location of Polonius's body, which Hamlet has hidden somewhere. When Claudius asks Hamlet where Polonius is, Hamlet replies incongruously that Polonius is supper. Claudius is like, "What?" And Hamlet explains that Polonius is at the worms' supper. The worms are eating Polonius for dinner, which leads Hamlet to speculate on the supremacy of death as represented by the worms that eat human corpses. "We spend our life fattening ourselves up," Hamlet says, "but we're really just storing up food for the worms that will eat our dead bodies." Not only does Hamlet's reply upend the conventional relationship between life and death, but it is specifically hostile to the kinds of social distinctions that people make between a king and, say, a beggar, both of whom are basically worm food in Hamlet's final analysis. Hamlet goes on to say that the worm that eats a dead king can then be used to catch a fish that gets eaten by a beggar, suggesting that a king is just a temporary station in the cycle of life on the way to being the poop pooped out by a poor person. Claudius doesn't understand, or pretends not to understand. He asks Hamlet again where Polonius is, and now Hamlet more aggressively tells Claudius that he can go to hell to see if he can find Polonius there. And then Hamlet relents and tells everyone where he has stashed the old man's body. Claudius tells Hamlet that he's arranged to have Hamlet sent to England for his own protection, and Hamlet jauntily agrees to go. Good. Claudius insists archly that Hamlet would agree that it was good if he could appreciate the full reason why Claudius is having him sent away, which Claudius pretends to imply is for Hamlet's well-being, but which he actually means is for the greater good of Hamlet's execution. Hamlet responds by saying that while he might not be aware directly of Claudius's intentions, he sees them indirectly through the figure of an intervening cherub. The dramatic art of passive-aggressive crosstalk has rarely reached such an epic pitch as what Shakespeare achieves in this scene. Hamlet mock politely says goodbye to his father by saying, "Farewell, dear mother." When Claudius corrects Hamlet that Claudius is actually Hamlet's father, not his mother, Claudius sets up Hamlet's parting insult. "Father and mother is man and wife. Man and wife is one flesh, so therefore you are my mother." The insult is not only to emasculate Claudius, but also to suggest that Claudius himself doesn't even really think he's Gertrude's true husband, or that their marriage and his kingship are legitimate. As soon as Hamlet exits the stage, Claudius is so angry that he openly confesses to the audience and anyone else sharing the stage with him that his plan is to have the King of England kill Hamlet, and that Claudius won't be able to rest soundly until the disease that Hamlet represents is wiped out forever.